Qualifications to become a member of Congress. Here are the qualifications. The qualifications to become a member of Congress were established in Article 1 of the U.S. State's Constitution. So if you look on your worksheet on the top, you're going to be able to fill out Article 1 of the United States Constitution. They haven't changed since 1788. Number of members. Now, the House of Representatives has a different amount of members compared to the Senate. Okay, so the House of Representatives have how many? 435 members. Okay, and this number comes from the amount of people that live in a specific state. So if there are more people living in that state, you're going to have more members of the House of Representatives. Okay, now the Senate is how many? 100. Okay, each state gets 2 per state. How many states do we have in this country? Times that by 2. That's where we got 100 senators from, okay? That's the number. Now, term length. Both have different terms, like the president. The president is president for 4 years, right? And then has the option to go in an election, okay? And run for another 4 years. So, the House of Representatives, what's the term length?
2 years.
2 years. House of the Senate?
6 years.
6 years. What does it mean, no term limit? What do you think that means?
So they can like have as many, they can like go again.
Yeah, they can run constantly, as much as they want. So when you get older, you're gonna notice, right? There are some members of Congress that have been there since probably before you were born, okay? Because they're able to rerun, okay? Compared to the president, you can only run how many times? 2 times, right? Minimum age. What's the age for you to at least become a member of the House of Representatives? 25, and in the Senate? 30. So in about what? How many years from now? You guys are what? Maybe 18, 17 years. You can run for the House of Representatives. What else? What number is this? Yep. Citizenship. In order for you to run as a citizen, as a member of the House of Representatives, right, or the Senate, you need to at least be a citizen for how many years? 7 for who?
House of Representatives.
And then the Senate? 9 years, okay? Compared to being a president, you have to have birthright. You have to be born here in the U.S. in order for you to run for president. Okay, constituency. The United States of Representatives are elected by who? They're elected and represents what?
Residents of district.
Perfect. And then the Senate?
Residents of the state.
Perfect. Elected at large. Okay, so think about it. This is the difference between the two. Okay? In order for you to be a representative for the House of Representatives, right, you need to be elected by the residents in that community. So people from Lawrenceville, for that district of Gwinnett, right? Anything outside of that, within that state, you can't vote for that person. Okay, maybe there's another congressman or congresswoman in that area that's also running, but you have to have or live in that district in order for you to vote. Whereas the Senate, it's a general election, meaning anyone from that state can vote for that person. Doesn't matter which county, which city you live, okay? But in the House of Representatives, in order for you to vote for that person, you need to have lived in that area that that person is representing for, okay? That's the difference between the two. And then last but not least is leadership. Under the House of Representatives, the leadership is based off who? I hear it.
It's chosen by the members.
Speaker of the House. Okay? The Speaker of the House is the main leader under the House of Representatives. Okay? And then under the US Senate, who's the leader?
Vice President.
Vice President of
US.
the US, which is the President of the Senate. Okay? So there are the vice, so do you guys know who the current Vice President is? So JD Vance will be considered the President of
The Senate.
the Senate, okay? Cool. Alright. So based off that that information from your chart, you have a 3-2-1 worksheet, okay? And what I'd like for you guys to do, I'm gonna give you a minute, is to tell me 3 things that you just learned, 2 things that you want to learn, and 1 thing you found interesting. So I'm gonna give you a minute or 2 to write that response, and then we'll come together. One more minute, and then we can talk about it. Okay. Anyone wants to share the first question? What are 3 things that you learned in this lesson? What are 3 things?
There are 435 members of the House of Representatives. There are 100 members of the Senate and a minimum of 25 years to be a part of the House of Representatives.
Good job, okay. Anyone else? What are 3 things that you've learned? Yes.
There's no term limit.
Okay, there's no term limit.
The legislative branch is split into,
Okay, split in 2.
and just overall the qualifications.
Okay. Alright. Now for question number 2, what are 2 things that you want to know? Does anyone want to share that? Maybe for the next lesson, what are 2 things that you would like to know? Yes.
The rest of the house is on their rules.
Their
It's
rules?
important.
Okay, so you wanna know their roles? Okay, anyone else? Yes.
And why isn't there a term limit?
Why isn't there a term limit? Okay, that's a good question.
What varies like the minimum age from 25 to 30?
What varies the minimum age from 25 to 30? Okay, like that, good thinking.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why is the Vice President the President of the Senate?
Why is the Vice President the President of the Senate? Okay, so that's a good question that we can look at for next lesson. And 1 thing you found interesting. What is 1 thing you guys found interesting? Yes.
The qualifications.
The qualifications? Okay. Anyone else?
The House of Representatives have more members. There's a lot of members.
Oh, so they have more members. You found that it's interesting that they have more members, right? Okay, good job. All right. So I really appreciate your responses. I'm gonna go ahead and collect them, and then I'll review them. And then for next lesson, we can go over those questions that you guys found interesting and what you guys want to know, okay? So good job, guys. If you're not done, you can hold on to it, okay?